The gentleman is recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank you, and I thank the ranking leader for yielding me the time. Mr. Speaker, once again, this House will consider an estate tax cut for the wealthiest people in the United States. Once again, the Republican leadership is forcing their chosen bill through the House without the opportunity for any alternative, even though Democrats asked for and presented a germane substitute before the Rules Committee last night. Last night, the Rules Committee rushed this bill through under, quote, emergency procedures. That's right. The Republican leadership considers it an emergency to pass a tax cut for some of the wealthiest people on the planet, a tax cut that won't take effect for 4 years. Mr. Speaker, the real emergency is what's happening to American workers. We're considering another estate tax cut for the wealthy during the same week that this Republican leadership killed an increase in the minimum wage for America's lowest income workers. Last week, the Appropriations Committee approved an increase in the minimum wage and included it in the Labor HHS Education Appropriations Bill. But the majority leader quickly said that the House will not consider that provision. This week, the Appropriations Committee defeated a similar effort. Mr. Speaker, in 1997, nearly a decade ago, this Congress raised the federal minimum wage to $5.15 an hour. Since the last increase, Congress has voted itself a raise 9 times, increasing its own salary by $35,000. Now, in contrast, Mr. Speaker, a person earning the minimum wage over that same time continues to earn only $10,712 per year. The Republican leadership should ask the minimum wage family whether their health care costs, their property taxes, their heating and gasoline bills, or tuition for their kids have stayed as flat as the minimum wage. Of course not. Here's what it boils down to. The Republican leadership has decided that it's more important to protect estates that are worth at least $10 million instead of helping to increase people making just under $11,000 a year in salary. Mr. Speaker, we have an emergency in our country. We do have an emergency in our country. Working families are struggling each and every day. They deserve a raise more than millionaires deserve another tax break. We should be debating today an increase in the minimum wage for workers in this country. We should be doing something that will make a difference in the lives of people who are struggling in this country. And instead, here we go again, bringing the estate tax bill up again, a bill that benefits mostly people who are very well off. We can do much better than this. We need to get our priorities straight. I yield back my time.
The gentleman from Washington.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm pleased to yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from Indiana, Mr. Pence.
The gentleman from Indiana is